This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. My name is Brother Bruce Tan from the local congregation of Kunia. I'm one of your hosts tonight. But before we introduce our guests, next to me are the two lovely sisters. Let me go ahead and have them introduce themselves. Go ahead.
Aloha mai kako. I am Sister Gwinnett from the local congregation of Waipahu. Brother Bruce, I think you forgot fun facts about you today.
Oh, yes.
Fun fact.
Yes.
Start us off with our fun fact.
One of my fun facts is actually love to travel. It's something that I have passion. Hopefully, in the near future, I get to visit.
Oh, Europe is a good place.
Yes.
For me, my fun fact is in my work, in our work, we have a lot of Korean tourists, and I've been able to learn more Korean and actually have conversational style with them. It's all thanks to me watching K-dramas ever since I was in middle school. So now they're really surprised when I greet them in Korean and I actually say word by word, and then they can understand, and they even end up speaking back to me in Korean. I'm kind of happy because I can still understand. And I don't know, the joy of learning a new language. It's so cool. Yeah.
And Sister Rayla, go ahead and introduce yourself and mention about your fun fact.
Aloha kako. My name is Ryla Valerio. I am from the local congregation of Kaneohe. And a fun fact about myself is I have just started getting back into lei making. I love just kind of picking the flowers, or in Hawaiian puas, and it's just a little fun activity for me that I've done for graduations or even for birthdays for my friends.
Nice.
So yeah.
What's your favorite flower, Sister Rayla?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say for lei making, my favorite has to be pua keni keni, just because of the strong smell. I always thought plumerias were pretty strong, but then after I made my first pua keni keni lei, it was I also I'm on the hunt right now for a pua keni keni car freshener. So I will let you guys know when I find it.
Do you also do haku
Not yet.
Not yet. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that mindset.
Sister Rayla, Sister Gwen, I'm excited today. The reason why is because we have our guests today. Let me go ahead and then have you introduce where you're from, and one of your family. Aloha kako. My name is Andrew. I belong to YPP. I'm a UH student studying biology. I'm a sophomore, and I hold the office of TSP. I think a fun fact would be my first name. It was combined by my two grandfathers. However, I don't know.
So you don't know what's their name. You just know it's together.
I just know that it's together.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, brother, are you dorming right now at UH Manoa?
Yes, I am.
did you only move here, Paul, when you started college, or were you already here before that?
I moved here when I first started college. It was definitely a transition period of my life because it was the first time that I would be not around my family. I wouldn't be seeing my siblings. The time I wake up, it would just be the dorm building,
Mhm.
my room, history. Yeah.
I was wondering, how do you get to worship services, to church or activities? Do you have a car? What's your mode of transportation?
So like we actually have a group chat dedicated. Oh wow. This car ride.
Oh,
So
wow,
I could just say, oh, I need a car ride, and
like
then
coming your way.
yeah, no,
5 minutes.
yeah, coming your way.
Uber.
Yup.
That's a very good one.
I just think
Not
Not
sponsored. That's nice though. So is it also Kadiwa for well?
most
Mostly Kadiwa. That's
pretty sure
nice.
all of them
Is it because they're mostly like Waikiki? That's most of like the college area. So do you think it's a lot easier to, or like the bond in Waikiki and for you in transition from like moving to Oahu? Is that like has helped you kind of become closer?
Oh yeah, definitely because you are also UH students as well, so
Mhm.
I get to complain with them about my classes and stuff. We get to sometimes hang out if we wanted to, and then we also just have casual conversations at it. I also see them like twice a week,
Yes.
so yeah.
You can come move this again. Yeah, I like how you started us off. I want to say, so as a biology major, so how do you balance your schoolwork with church duties and all that?
I sort of I set time allocated for studying on days, math on one day, biology same day, but then I'd also focus on the next day and real biology on the next day. I think biology is very memory.
It's like blocking, yeah, with
Yeah.
your schedule.
Exactly.
Let's say for, because I know for biology majors, you guys have like long hour like labs. How do you like kind of juggle that with like having service as well and being like a TSB officer?
Oh, they're no problem for me because for Tuesday and Thursdays, I have 3 hour labs, which don't come with service. So very
Um,
important.
that's a good question. I as much as possible, I try to also allocate my like worship service days like strictly for either like school because I also work. So kind of balancing that. It's a little challenging, but you know, we get through, especially with our services to our Almighty God.
What about you, sister?
For me, for since in college, it's so like you get so many choices,
Yes.
especially choosing your classes. So I made advantage of that. So I perform on Thursdays. So I took classes, in-person classes on Wednesday and Monday. So I can like spend the whole day just at school finishing my work and such. And then the next day I can just focus on church. So it's
So versatile.
Yes, that
yeah,
is.
basically. Yeah, I think that's one of the thing I like about college. You get to
Yeah.
choose and make your own schedule.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I think that's especially with that transition into like high school, people feel more of that like freedom. And especially for church, it does help a lot when you kind of allocate your schedule to that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then as for me, I'm very grateful that I was able to work at home. And because I work from home, I can do my schedule and I work my schedule around the church of Christ. So I was very lucky to be able to stay active and at the same time be productive
Yeah.
with my work.
The flexible work.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But Brother Andre, since you're from the island of Hawaii, how often like do you go back like during the holidays or how? Because I know some people they like for the weekend it's only like one plane ride. They like go for like 2 days and then come back right before school.
I only visit my family when it's like an extended weekend,
Mhm.
like Thanksgiving or break, something like that. I only go back to uh, Hawaii if it's
Mhm.
And Brother Andre, now that you are here in Oahu, I know that sometimes you may be away with your siblings and your family. Can you share some anecdotes? What, how that impacted you, and how do you get about to ensure that you stay productive and stay in touch with
um one personal anecdote I have is on the very first day of when I moved in. I said goodbye to my mom and dad. I hugged my siblings goodbye,
Aw.
the eldest. So,
Oh.
and then I was just talking to my roommate, and then he had to go somewhere like a club meeting.
Mhm.
And then I finally laid down on my bed, and it just hit me that I'm now a college student. And then that realization just suddenly made me very exhausted. So I just collapsed onto bed and slept on.
That's the best nap, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that is. But they're
Yeah.
dangerous as well. They are dangerous.
You sleep at like 2 a.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. You wake up at 8
2 a.m. People sleep at 2 a.m. as well.
He's lucky at 3 hours. Back in the days, I have 15-minute power nap.
Power nap really works
15
though.
minute. That's, I guess there's like
But
the
that's like so fun by
yes.
the time you see almost weekday.
But with the classes I have now, I don't think I have time.
Yeah, how many classes are you taking right now?
Not counting the two labs, four.
Oh,
So yeah, I think I overloaded myself.
I was gonna say that's like more. That's how many? Because labs are 3 or that would be
One
Yeah.
credit.
1 credit. So that's how many credits are you taking in total?
14.
Mm,
So that's two extra. Because technically it's 12
Mhm.
credits, right?
yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Were there any challenges that you faced when you were transitioning freshman year at your age?
So I still had the mindset that I was still a high school student. uh, Deadly air, I must say, because um, for high school it was much more easier. You just went to class, did all your work. But for college, you also have to balance the social aspect. So I mean, I wouldn't say it's required, but it definitely adds to the college experience. Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I think with high school, all the teachers just give you what you have to do.
Right.
Do this, do that, bring it this day, and then not force, but you have to actually be around people. While in college, you being there in person is already like your choice because you can also take in online classes.
Right.
Yeah, like you want to socialize more. It's like you have to put yourself out there because it's not required anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a mandatory thing.
Especially like with that, like in college, I feel that transition, like a lot of people have been very like good with like being on time and all of those things, like even the thing where people think they can like have 8 a.m. classes, but that's too much. It's like it's just a big transition. And so even like having that self-discipline, because the professors, they have like hundreds, even like thousands of students, so they're not going to be able to keep track of you. You have to be able to like keep track of that work and really just have that motivation to even like reach for a higher grade or put in that work.
Putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're practically
It's all you now.
It is
It's
all
all
you.
you.
Yes.
And I think it's a good way to have like challenge yourself, like how mature you are, because that is what sets you off from a childhood adulthood. Being able to have that challenge and at the same time being able to discipline and remember all our church services, the lessons that we learn from the church, that we have to stay grounded and we always have to think twice before we do things because it's all about following the commandments of Almighty God. And I think that shows how steadfast you are, brother Andre, being able to stay active in the church while you are in school.
Oh, yeah.
So, how does your day today look like? Do you have classes every day? Do you have all in-person classes or?
All of it is.
Oh,
Um,
that's the
That is
release, I don't mind the in-person class. I don't think I've ever taken an online class.
Oh,
Oh, that's
really?
really good.
Or on synchronous.
Mm-hmm.
So my earliest class would be at 8:30. Wow. But then I go to sleep at like 1.
I mean, at least you're dorming.
Yeah,
So
you're just
because
there.
there are like a lot of people who like commute and they end up not going.
I also heard about the parking there. It's a lot.
As a fellow Parker, I no comment.
I don't own anything that the park, so
Oh yeah.
That's really
good.
good.
Yeah, you have your group chat.
Your group chat.
Like I need parking.
10 minutes downstairs.
That's fun. So you start at 8:30. What's your last class?
So my latest class would be 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then on the days that I do have lab, I with my latest class would be 8:30.
Oh, so you have like that, like do you have like the big like block in between
Mhm.
that you would kind of
I
have?
have that block in between, but I always have the biggest problem with myself. I'd say in between those blocks, I think I'll study. I don't end up studying.
But that's good though that you're dorming because 5:30 that's rush hour.
Yeah.
If you were gonna be heading somewhere, it's gonna take you like more than 30 minutes to
Mhm.
probably get there. Yeah.
Especially with like the park, even just at the parking, you'll like if you're going out the parking structure, you'll be there for a good like 30 minutes because
I
it's just
heard.
one turn. So yeah.
Everybody's trying to get home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did mention earlier that when you were in your dorm, like your first day there, and then you just laid down, felt so exhausted. So now, what were some of your other challenges that you faced during your first year, and how are you doing that now?
I
How's
have
that
a
going?
lot to say about that actually.
Go ahead. That's what we're here for.
Um, I didn't talk much in high school. I only had like a small group of friends. But then in college, when I still mentioned that I mentioned before that I still had that high school mindset. I still had that high school self belief. So I didn't really try to create any new friends at all. Actually, I just say hi and bye to my other dorm mates. But this semester, I'm trying to do something different. And after my recent trip abroad, it's really opened my eyes to like of people from different backgrounds.
Mhm.
And this goal that for this semester is to make as much international friends as possible, particularly from a Japanese background, because that's what I'm studying or self-studying right now.
Oh, are you learning the language or the culture?
Mhm. So where did you go abroad?
Yeah. That was my
Oh.
first visit.
Yeah, I know a lot of that's the number one like destination spot right now aside from I guess Hawaii.
Yeah,
I don't yeah.
basically. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
The Barney's changes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, especially in Hawaii or at UH Manoa, there are a lot of international students.
Mhm.
I believe there's some programs where you can even have like a buddy system to help the exchange students kind of like exchange, like also not just help them out with like American culture, like Hawaii culture, but also benefiting you of like being able to exchange that like culture and language, like you were saying.
Mhm.
yeah. Right now it's only been what 4
Yes, we're in the fifth week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like week 5.
Week
five. Yeah, the modules.
I know the modules.
I have work too.
I mean like 35. I try to allocate my time on the weekends to hang out with them. I'll show them around. Kind of like on-site them, which is
Mm-hmm.
dealing with Japanese soccer.
Mm.
Is it like a dialect?
It's a really funny dialect.
Oh.
It's very punchy, almost like
See, you could also help them by inviting them to our worship services and Bible studies.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. Right.
But one question I did have for you is, since you're a biology major, I guess, what pushed you to pursue that major, and like, what do you kind of see doing after with it?
The biology I have right now, I just want to be like a doctor. Sure, they're learning out of that. Why? So they can learn. And well, I'm a doctor. But just for like regular training. Right now, I think in maybe like 10 years, I still realistically, I still have 2 more years of college left, and then 8 years of medical school.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
The next 10 years, like,
Yeah.
I'm still in school.
But yeah, I mean, but with that, it just means God willing and everything with time and prayer. There are a lot of brethren who have become doctors and even like other occupations, and it's all because of our Almighty God that we're able to achieve that. So yeah.
And it's all about the process.
Yeah.
It's not about the destination, but the process, the journey, and just having fun, getting excited, learning new things. Because when you're learning, you're growing. Right? So have fun with it. Exactly.
Yeah.
I learn something new every day, whether it be socially or from my classes. I think greatest gift that I can enjoy daily life.
What is one thing, I guess, although it's like we're still on the same island, I know there's like different culture, like was there any like culture shock from Kauai to Oahu, or is it kind of like fairly the same?
So I came here knowing that it would be a lot more urban.
Yes.
But so I did actually easily settle to that because I came from because I thought that Kauai, no offense to Kauai, but I just thought that there wasn't any opportunities for me there. I could attend a community college, but I wouldn't be in like I am right now. So that's why.
And I heard like Outer Island, they sleep early there. Yeah, like lights is like
Yeah, I heard do they like actually have like a curfew? Like or I don't know, because it's like more, is it more country there? I'm not sure.
I did hear of a curfew, but
You
I
don't
feel
follow
like
it.
it's just like like what's that rule? When unspoken rule for them. It's
Yeah,
like
maybe an
once it's like
unspoken
10
rule.
p.m. everybody's lights are out.
Yeah, or like no noise or anything, Yeah.
10 o'clock. Well, my neighbors still make a lot of noise. So I don't think anyone follow that.
So since you're dorming, how is it there? Like, do the students also sleep early, or do you always hear a lot more like nighttime?
Realistically.
I hear a lot of I hear a lot of noise, whether it be like screaming down the hall. And I'm just sitting in my dorm room going on. Even screaming down by the walkway where I walk to my classes, and I like, what are you doing up at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, I feel like that's mainly just like it could be a pros or con with dorming, because everyone's kind of like, there's like their parents aren't around. It's just a bunch of other college students. They just want to have like fun and make some like trouble. But yeah.
Reminds me of the time when I learned building. You would be playing soccer.
What did you were originally in the freshman towers?
Freshman towers.
Which dorm are you in now?
Career hall.
Oh, that's like one of the new ones, right? Is that one of the new ones?
Not sure if it was- They just renovated it.
Yeah.
Fresh paint. Stuff
Yeah.
Like that. Freshly renovated, but didn't.
Oh no, that's good. But all I know is that at least at UH Manoa, as long as you're not in the freshman towers, you have basically an upgrade. Apparently.
Actually, the freshman towers is where I had the most fun.
Oh,
more
see,
carefree.
yeah. I feel because that's everyone, like everyone's a freshman, so you know that you're probably gonna graduate with them, like experiencing that first same year. So yeah, I feel like definitely the freshman towers also had more fun,
Mhm.
perhaps.
Yeah,
But
they're more
yeah,
carefree. Yeah.
yes.
My roommate was also the nicest I've ever met. I'd be sick sometimes. I'd be bedridden, and he'd check up on me and get something from convenience store. Like, hey, you need to be nice. Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's like, yeah, that's like another thing of just being able to care for like other people like that. And that also just shows like other church qualities as well, and how I wanted to kind of touch more back on like the Brethren in Waikiki and how you guys have like a group chat. Like that's very sweet. And especially not only just ensuring that, you know, you're okay, but also ensuring that you get to service on time, perform your duties, and looking out and having love for the brotherhood like that. So,
Yeah, we'd arrive at or this like set up. They have like TSB officers. I became a TSB officer, but because there was a shortage, there was only TSB officers. So it definitely did the shape that I should.
did you have any other offices when you were in Kauai, or is this TSB your first office?
I was in Hawaii. My previous offices were a chairperson for the CWS, and then after that, it was TSB.
Brother Bruce, any comments that you have for Brother Andre?
Actually, I came from local congregation of Ligo in Kauai, and I know Brother Andre since he was small.
Oh.
And for him to go so tall now, I feel like, wow. It's amazing because you watch them grow
Oh, yeah.
and you get inspired because when they were young, you're trying to empower them. And that's how we want in the future is to empower the futures of tomorrow, the leaders, so that the locale will continue to grow and continue the legacy because that's all we can do is have them continue the torch. That way it will not be distinguished the fire of the Holy Spirit. And we're running out of time, Brother Andre. Is there any shout out that you want to give to the locale of Legal in Kauai?
Um, of course, can I see names?
Yeah.
Brother Josh Hamara, for helping me with TSB and how to get situated. And our former minister, Brother Josh. Yeah, that was the closest to that. Yeah.
Sister Rena, Sister Gwen, and
Shout out to all of the INCRadio for my first time hosting tonight. Thank you guys so much for helping me, and also, of course, Brother Andre for being a guest tonight and kind of sharing your experience as a college student. And and my mom. Hi, Mom.
It's really nice that mostly of us is like college students, so we're able to relate, right, Brother Bruce?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm still learning. I'm still
We're all always
studying.
learning. But while we're in the topic of college, I wanted to plug in the Christian Brotherhood International. So it's a committee for students from middle school, high school, and college students. And we normally get our prayers every Tuesday. So it's to help us with our studies, or especially if we're having our exams, which midterms coming up soon. So we're gonna be having our devotional prayer. And yeah, we're gonna be sending it to locale. So if ever you're able to, it's at 9 p.m. mostly. I don't think you have class. Yeah.
No,
We'll see you there.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a good organization to join because you learn something and sometimes we can teach each other
Yeah.
about skills or how to study.
Mhm.
And Sister Gwen, tell us what will be our upcoming activity.
Yes, but we are having our worldwide evangelical mission at Evo Beach, 8 p.m. on September 29th. That's what we're having. And I think that's pretty much what we have so far for
Yeah,
this month.
I'm excited because I'm actually sharing my faith. Hopefully, my mom can come and join because I'm the only INC member in our family.
More people, and
So
then
hopefully, we'll grow.
good way for you to go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe you too, Brother
Yes,
Andre.
with your
bring
with your
roommate.
exchange, your roommate
Yeah,
exchange
your
friends.
Japanese,
You can
yeah.
have a whole friend group bonding experience.
I love that.
Definitely interesting. We practice.
Sure. There you go.
It's always nice inviting those people that's really also into religion because you know they're interested and they're willing to dive in deeper. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
We
Yeah.
hope to see you there at EVMs and such. And you wanna close with us?
Yes, and for our closing remarks, a special thanks to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranyo Manalo, and our District Minister, our District Minister, Jem Baitan, and our Assistant District Minister, Brother Ador Apostol, and our CFO Overseer, Brother Brandon Pacheco.
And thank you again, Brother Andre, for being here, our guests who inspired us. Hopefully, the other brethren who's watching us will be empowered by your story. And last question, what advice would you give to the brethren who's in their position of going to college next year? What would you tell them?
Um, Take life slow. Pressure. Definitely take every appreciate that you have. Because stepping into adulthood, you are not gonna have that much freedom.
For me, you might feel like you don't know where you're going, how you're gonna do this, how you're gonna start. Just pray. That's all we need. Because you can't do anything on your by yourself. So even if you think that you have your own path all like written down, I know a lot of people do that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
in 5 years do this and that. But honestly, you can have like the most cohesive schedule, but you need God for that to happen as well.
I like that answer, sister. That's powerful.
Yeah, sorry if my advice sounded too serious.
Realistically, yeah. Yeah, for you, sister.
I would say definitely. I mean, that's the only thing that I always implement is just whenever anything goes wrong, or sometimes even when I myself feel overwhelmed, I end up, kind of calming myself down because I know I start praying and I know that at like with God's timing and everything, it's all His will and everything will be okay.
Yeah. Some prayers to
Yes.
ourselves. Yeah,
Yes.
those are so helpful. What a good way to end today. Tonight. Yeah.
Exactly. And again, thank you for tuning in. And we're running out of time. And thank you again for watching the INC Radio Hawaii Pacific. And hopefully, we'll see you again soon next week. Take care and God bless. Aloha. Be prayerful.
Keep praying, always praying. Attend Christian Brotherhood International Meeting.